Hey, PC gamers, and welcome back to the PC Gamer Chat Log. I am Lauren Morton, and I'm here with Molly.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. And this week, you and I talked about the cozy games phenomenon. It's a very sort of grassroots movement, I feel like, of people enjoying. People have always enjoyed cozy games, but that's now very much the hashtag, the accepted term that people are using on social media to talk about the Stardew Valley and Descendants canon, sort of. I feel like that is the number one accepted cozy game is Stardew Valley. Lots of people got into, and now we're in a space that lots of folks on TikTok, on Instagram, everywhere else, YouTube, are not just talking about the games themselves, but also the aesthetic of being a cozy gamer. It also involves your PC peripherals, your PC itself, the setup around your desk being very like cottagecore or pastel. So we wanted to talk about sort of a love letter and admiration to the whole vibe, the game
Our
and the look
quest.
of it.
Yes, our quest to be just like them.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm never gonna get there, but I have so many, even just since we talked about it and did that recording, I now have more screenshots on my phone to send you from TikTok. I searched cozy games a few times to start getting ready for that chat, and now of course TikTok is like, "Do you want only cozy games forever?" And I'm
There
like,
you go.
"Thank you." Now I have so much desk inspo that I will never live up to, but I'm so happy to see it all.
Amazing.
So before we get to talking about that, Molly, what
Yeah.
did you do last week?
Yeah, so I played a little bit of Minecraft last week.
Proper
I
Minecraft?
I a little bit of both. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can we can talk about this, right?
Go with
So,
your proper Minecraft first if you want to.
well, the reason that I ended up playing proper Minecraft was because I played Minecraft Legends and was just so what's the opposite of being like enamored with something? It wasn't even like a negative emotion. It was just I was playing Minecraft Legends and all I could think was, wow, I really wish I was playing regular Minecraft right now.
Yeah.
um and then I saw that my friends were in Discord and they had just set up a Minecraft server. Like it was perfect timing. It was the best timing. So I was like, okay, and I just went out of Minecraft Legends. I quit and I went and played regular Minecraft instead. And then I went back to a save file that I had on my PlayStation as well. Um and I was like right there at the end the end portal. Is it that's what it's called?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. I was like right there. I had all the Eyes of Ender in my
Mhm.
inventory and I had clearly like chickened out of
Going and
of like
doing it.
trying to do it. So I like had a look and I was like, oh, very nice. And then I tried to find my house and couldn't and ended up going into creative and it turns out that this portal was like 7,000 blocks away from my base. So that was really fun for
Classic.
me. Yeah, classic. Because you played some Minecraft Legends too, right? Well, we played some
Yes.
together. I'm saying this
We
like I
did
don't
play
know.
some
We
together.
we played it together.
I was working on our Minecraft Legends review for the site. And for anybody that's not familiar, Minecraft Legends is the new spin off game that they did, which they called an action strategy game. It's not an RTS, it's not a real time strategy, it's an action strategy because you have your own little character that you ride around on your horse and you sort of build things from that perspective, command your armies from that perspective. I honestly was not impressed. I was really disappointed. I was hoping to at least find it to be like an okay spinoff, the way that Minecraft Dungeons, their action RPG, was.
Yeah.
And it unfortunately just is not a very good strategy game. It's rough on the strategy side. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you weren't
so
loving it and I
yeah,
wasn't
I was
either.
not loving it, and we got together to play some. You were not loving it, and together we got to talk to each other while we played it. So that made it
Yeah.
slightly nicer. But the game itself, I didn't think was really elevated by co-op, unfortunately.
Mhm.
So
It was a shame. It was a
yeah,
bummer. Did you play anything else to soothe the The upset.
I did, and I have not come up with a clever riddle, so I'm just gonna have to tell you that I was playing Dark and Darker a bit this weekend.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yes, so the Dark and Darker saga continues. If you're curious about their whole like possible legal battle with Nexon, you
Mm,
can find information about that on our website, pcgamer.com. Our news team has done a great job of covering that as it continues. Basically, the developers, Iron Mace, of this, it's a battle royale, but fantasy. So very sword and sorcery. Or, sorry, not battle royale. It's an extraction, but
yeah.
uh, it's fun. It's just a little bit jank, but it's a lot of fun. My friends and I have had a great time with it. And over the weekend, because of the issues they've had and the potential legal situation with Nexon, they've been pulled from Steam. They have decided to distribute their latest alpha test via torrent. When is the
Mm.
last time anybody torrented anything? That's so a lot of people were not familiar with that process. They distributed the torrent link on their Discord. It got removed. It's against Discord's terms of
Oh
service,
my
I believe,
god.
to share torrent links. So they posted it on Twitter, and it got removed from Twitter as well. They had a whole weekend, and then the servers were down for part of Saturday, I believe. It was the most glorious mess. I don't envy these developers at
Mm.
all. But the saving grace is everybody is really, I think, enjoying this funky fantasy extraction game. I
Yeah.
have a couple friends that I've been playing with, and I tried to learn the wizard class this weekend, and it's very hard to learn a new class under duress, like in an extraction setting, because you die fast in this game, and
Yeah.
other teams will roll up on you and just fireball. And if you have not learned your spells properly, which I hadn't, I kind of had to go back to playing a rogue because it suited me better. But it's great fun. Yeah, just the madness of avoiding enemies, of opening chests, of sometimes negotiating with other teams. My friend was playing as a bard and was offering to play songs for other teams and just
Oh, that's
like
so cool.
be a bit friendly. And sometimes they
Hmm.
take to it and sometimes they don't. But yeah, it was a great messy weekend of Dark and Darker on
That
all
sounds
fronts.
Yeah, that sounds kind of fun. I haven't tried Dark and Darker yet, but I love it feels kind of old school in a way, being like, "Hey, you want to play our game? Like, fucking here you go. We will let you torrent it. Like,
Yeah,
here's the link. Here's everything you need to do." It feels I don't know, it feels kind of old school, like badass to just be like, "Fuck everything that's going on right now. Take the
we
game."
will get this game to you, whatever it
Yeah.
takes. We will get it in your hands to run this alpha playtest. Yes.
Yeah, I kind of love that. I'm here for that. 100%.
Yeah, it's very I don't know what word I'm looking for,
It's very
but
punk.
yeah, maybe it is very punk. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's kind of punk. It's kind of punk. I like it. I like the idea of you just want people to play your game. I know it's still not like officially out yet, is it? Like you said, they're doing
Right.
alpha play tests right now.
Hmm.
So I don't
Yeah, they
know.
had like a new
I'm here
map
for
this
it.
time. It was outdoors instead of just the indoor like catacombs and caves one that they had from the last test. So,
Hmm.
yeah, good times.
Hell yeah, let's go. Awesome. That's what we've been up to this week. A very very chilled out week for me. A slightly more chaotic
Yeah,
week for
a bit
you.
chaotic. So now the two of us are going to head over to talk about cozy games. We had many feelings, lots of love. So, and some
Hmm.
recommendations. We had some good recommendations for
Yes.
cozy games too. So we'll head over to that. Bye.
Enjoy. Bye.
Okay, so Molly, you and I are agreeing to talk about cozy games this week, the
Hmm.
phenomenon trend of cozy games. And I've got to start by saying I'm embarrassed that like I don't do more with this work-wise because
Mm,
this trend has been kicking off kind of on social media for the better part of the last year and a half maybe. Like I was looking
yeah.
at Google Trends data and saw it sort of started coming up at the very beginning of 2021
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, is when it really started, and it's now eclipsed some other things that, like, my role for the site involves managing some of a lot of the stuff that our user or not users, that our readers are searching for. Like, it involves working with the guides team, it involves
Such a
helping manage our
cool list.
listicles, and now I'm like, cozy games as a
Cozy.
search term has eclipsed some other like genres that we cover.
Yeah.
And we don't have much on the site. I tried to write about cozy city builders like earlier this year in January, and like not that many people read it. And I'm just like, we need more cozy game stuff on the site. We need to be talking about this more because what have I been doing for the last year and a half? Just liking people's videos on TikTok and just having a good time. Why was I not turning it into work? What is wrong with
The
me?
content mill hungers, Lauren.
Yeah, exactly. Like, like this podcast is going to come out, and then a week later, Tim Clark is going to say, "Lauren, where's our cozy game list?" And he will be right to ask me that question because where is our cozy game list? Like,
Well, I know that our magazine, I don't know if this has made the website yet. I know our magazine recently had a like cozy games to play. I think it was like in our Christmas edition. We had
oh,
like
was
a
it really?
yeah, we had like a cozy games for winter. I don't know if that's made the site yet. But that was like that was a really good list. That was a really fun list. But yeah, no, I agree. I don't do enough. I don't milk my interests for this site nearly as much as I
No
should.
hobbies are allowed, only work.
But no, like I'm surprised. I'm surprised it took until 2021 for the trend to really kick off, right? But I think we were discussing as well about the sort of wholesome games
Yeah.
transition into cozy games because I can't quite put my finger on why personally, but I feel like there's a distinct difference between the two, but I could not tell you what that difference is or why there is a difference. But I feel like there's like a slight difference between a wholesome game and a cozy game. I don't know.
Yeah. When as we started talking about this, you and I, before today, I mentioned that I felt like the origins of this trend were in the Wholesome Games like
Wholesome
Twitter
games.
account that was started by an indie developer, now has more people involved. Now it has a whole showcase. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
just recently talked about E3 week, that which will again be unofficial this year. There's no real E3, but Wholesome Games I'm sure will do their showcase again in June. And I think they do others throughout the year. They do like wholesome snacks where it's similar to other curated showcases, except it's not one publisher or one whatever. They're just curating recommendations sort of as a
Yeah.
service. And that's been going on for a while. And as obviously like a very directed, centralized, a few people curating what that means, like what wholesome
Mm-hmm.
games are. And like it's a lot of farming sims, things with cute pixel art. There's a certain vibe. And there was a moment on Twitter where I felt like people were litigating the word wholesome and like whether it had too much like religious purity culture undertones and like whether they still liked the word wholesome. And that seemed to go away. Wholesome games still exist, they still do their thing. And then, sort of while I wasn't paying attention, cozy games as like a grassroots trend, like just
Mm-hmm.
everybody on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube are talking about cozy games, which is, like you said, almost exactly the same. I think they're functionally the same and looking for the same kinds of game recommendations, at least on that
Mm-hmm.
side of it, like the game recs part of cozy games. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like one of them. I personally think cozy games also encapsulates like the vibe around you as well, right? It's not just the game you're playing. It's
Hmm.
like it's like, are you wrapped up in like a warm, cozy blanket? Do you have like mood lighting? Have you got some candles on? Have you got some LEDs on? Have you got like the fancy gaming chair with the little like built in footrest? Have you got all of that going on? I don't know. Like, I think there's some argument to be made about whether that's more of like a wholesome games feel or a cozy games feel. I sincerely believe they are two different things. I think wholesome games was the origin and cozy games sort of evolved from that. But I don't know, I feel like I could not tell you why. Could not tell you why. I think there's a difference, but I think there's like there must be some small nuance somewhere. But yeah, I think more so than any other genre, like cozy feel good games matters so much of like the environment that you're in as well, right? Like if I'm on a bus playing Animal Crossing, it does
You are
not have
not
the
cozy.
same. Yeah, it does not have like the same feeling if I'm like under the covers at nighttime. It's like raining gently on the window, like my cat's in the room, and I've got like just a little bit of chilled out music on. I feel like I don't know. It completely changes the vibes, right? Where it doesn't matter where I'm playing like Overwatch. I'm mad regardless of where I am, right? So yeah, I don't know, I feel like more than any other genre, uh the cozy games is so ingrained in not just the virtual world, but like what's going on around
The
you.
surrounding environment. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a big part of what you and I see on social media
Mm-hmm.
is accounts that like to recommend or play into this cozy games whole vibe. It is a vibe that encapsulates like your desk setup, what kind of peripherals you use, the fact that you have a matcha tea sitting next to your keyboard
Yes.
as you're playing. Do you have like a favorite part of that aesthetic that people use? Like do you have a favorite bit of it?
I think it's either the keyboards or it's the mood lighting, right?
Yeah.
Keyboards, oh my goodness. Like seeing some of these keyboards, I get such bad envy, right? I love my
Yes.
keyboard. I have the Razer. I forget which one I have. I think I have the Black Widow TKL. I think. No, I have the Razer Huntsman. Sorry, I have the Huntsman TKL quartz. So I have the pink TKL Huntsman. It's gorgeous. I love it. But when I see these like amazing, I don't know how to explain, like the little 60% keyboards that are like earth
Yes, the 10
tone.
keyless ones.
Yeah,
Or
but
even less
without
than
the
10
arrow
keyless.
keys. Yeah, without the arrow keys as well. Like literally these little tiny 60% compact keyboards that are like this gorgeous, like earthy, woody brown
Yes.
color, like
They're
cream
always
keycap.
green and brown and
Yes.
pastel. Yes. With
And they have these like little rounded, like oval keycaps, and they're so fucking cute. Like I
it's
am
super cute.
obsessed with looking at these people's keyboards. I don't know what it is. Like, and they know it as well because the keyboards are always in the shots. The keyboards
Oh,
are always
yes.
there, front and center. And I get such bad keyboard envy. I'm
They
like, I
are
already have three
so cute.
keyboards. Yeah, like I don't need another keyboard. I have three keyboards already. That is just kind of a blast of working for a PC site, I guess. You just end up with all these peripherals that you have no like need for eventually. But oh yeah, the keyboards are amazing and the mood lighting, I think. Because some people go for like pastel kind of, like the
Mhm.
purple LEDs or the little like triangular wall lights. I don't know how to explain them. They're like these weird shaped.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, do you know
They've
what I'm
gotten
on
very
about?
popular. Yeah, some of them okay, this is a mild tangent, but some of them are like I think hexagonal, and they're little
Yeah.
light panels. And I knew they got popular. I knew they were very popular because I saw them. Someone created them as Sims 4 custom content in a
Oh,
gamer streamer setup. So I was like, oh yeah, those are a whole thing. If somebody
yeah.
decided they needed to be in their CC pack.
Those are on TikTok somewhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it's either like those sort of pastel LEDs
Yeah,
or it's like cottagecore,
yeah.
like candles and very warm, like orange fairy lights. I don't know. I love it. I'm such a sucker for it.
I think I love all the things that go around the peripherals. I also have major keyboard envy, but I've gotten to a nice place where I have a SteelSeries keyboard and mouse, and they're both white and they both have RGB on them. And I think I have Razer's white dock from my Xbox controller, and
Oh,
I do have a pink
nice.
Xbox controller these days for when
I
I'm
love
playing.
that.
So I'm kind of like getting there with my aesthetic. It's never gonna be like them. I will always aspire to it. But I think what I like is all the things that go around the peripherals. So like they always have fake plants. I keep seeing they will have an adorable like miniature easel on their desk, and that's where they will store their Steam Deck or their Nintendo Switch, because they
Yes.
don't all play Nintendo Switches. No, 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 no. Some
Mm-mm.
of these cozy gamers have a whole ass Steam Deck. And yeah, they rested on this adorable little easel, and there's like other little just random decorative objects. And as we've talked about in The Sims, cluttering a build is difficult. Making it look cute and
Yes.
lived in, putting all the decor pieces, and spoiler alert, that's also difficult in real life, making your space look like adorably cluttered. And they
Yeah.
have mastered it. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I'm looking at my desk right now. Adorably cluttered is not the phrase that I would use. I
I
have
wouldn't
like
either.
3 pairs of like eyelash strips on my desk, like 3 pairs of like false eyelashes. I do have these ones that have like little butterflies on them though. I don't know if you can
Oh
see that.
wow.
If like video people can see, we'll go like beauty
Do
guru style.
full beauty Rex style.
they,
Look, we are
they have
only
like,
responsible for what the back of our cameras look like. The
yeah,
front,
exactly. Like when
total
it comes
goblin mode.
to whatever is on here right now, I have like a lid to some jelly. Oh, the jelly pot is here also.
Molly, what?
Yeah, it's a hard life, okay. It is not the cleanest right now, and I see these desks on TikTok and I'm like, how is it so cluttered? How are there so many objects
And it's
on
always
this
like
desk?
oak wood, like very light colored wood.
It's gorgeous. It
They're so
is
cute.
so pretty. It's the best. It does seem to lean either into like the pastel kawaii anime vibes
Yeah.
or like
There's
the
a lot of
cottage core,
crossover with uh
like vaporwave almost. You know what I mean? Like that color scheme.
the soft version of Vaporwave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like blues, pinks, purples, whites. I feel like it's either that or it's like the earthy cottage core,
Mm-hmm.
like mushroom, the little like mushroom lights that you can get and stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not jealous. I'm not envious
I
in the
will
slightest.
before we move on to talking about like the games themselves, the cozy games. I'm going to reiterate I'm going to like mildly bare my soul as I did to you the other day when I was selling this topic to you. Part of the reason I love this so much is that I was a teenager around like the 2005 era, where as a PC gamer, I had a black Razer keyboard with a green sticker on it. Everything was black, green, red. I wore my oversized black Link to the Past, or not Link to the Past, Four Swords specifically t-shirt anytime I would go to Target to shop for games, so that I looked like a gamer. We had to reject femininity to fit in, and I think so many of us, like about my age group and probably yours too, are still very
Yeah.
much like healing from the mid-aughts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so happy. Sorry, that was me just speaking too fast, not me getting
Getting
choked up.
emotional.
I'm just getting so emotional. No, I'll do that later. But I'm just so happy for all of the people. And it is a lot of women for sure, that are embracing the trend, the style, the aesthetic, that they can just be like, yes, I will have this expensive gaming PC with RGB fan lights in it. I will have these expensive accessories. I will invest in this whole thing, and I will play Stardew Valley on it, and I will not apologize to you. Look,
Nobody can stop me from having
no.
like a fucking 3090 in my rig and using that to play like the most like browser
Spiritfarer,
app. Yeah.
Stardew Valley. Like, yes. And I just love that for them. And I love that
Me
I'm
too.
witnessing it. And maybe a little bit of it I can like capture for my
Yeah.
own psyche for the
Yeah, I
future.
agree. I do agree because, like, I've been a gamer most of my life, and I've been friends most of my life with other girls that play games. Right? Like, it's never been like there are more of us. It's never really been that kind of realization for me. But I was in the
Lucky
shower.
you.
Yeah, yeah. I had like a lot of girlfriends that were also into games, and
Mhm.
so I guess for me, it took me a long time not to realize that it wasn't common, because it was common. But I guess it was like, I was never like lambasted for it, I guess, in a way that I suppose other girls have been, which sucks. But I think, well, like, because I was just in the shower thinking about this. I was like, and I was thinking about, like, yeah, like, whenever I think about my male friends from school, it was always like Call of Duty, it was always FIFA. And then I think the first game I remember where it was a little perhaps softer in nature was like Minecraft, weirdly.
Yeah.
And I remember like a lot of my guy friends really getting into Minecraft, because I was like a big Sims player, but I don't remember any of my guy friends ever playing The Sims. It was always like me and my girlfriends
Mm-hmm.
would talk about The Sims. I never remember talking with my guy friends or with my boyfriend about The Sims.
Mm-hmm.
But then Minecraft was that first one that I remember like being quite a universal, or like at least everyone was talking about it, right? And now,
Yeah. It definitely splits the difference because, yeah, you can go do combat, you can do hardcore Minecraft, but also, like,
mhm,
maybe you want to decorate a little tree house. Like,
you can
maybe
build a
you want
pretty
to do
house.
that, and that's
Yeah,
okay. Like,
and like I it was just weird having that. Not weird having that realization, but I suppose I hadn't thought much about how kind of games and consoles and PC setups were viewed when I was a teenager versus kind of how they're viewed now, right? Like, I think 15 years ago, if Stardew Valley had been out, I wouldn't have heard any of my guy friends talking about it.
mhm.
And now all of my guy friends play Stardew Valley because it's a great fucking game. It's such a good game. And everyone plays it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's kind of, it's very nice. I like that not only have we sort of embraced kind of going a little silly, going a little goofy with our rigs. If we want bright pink, bright purple, whatever the hell we want to do with
Mhm.
our rigs, anyone can do that. You know, the days of black and red are over.
I'll never go back.
No.
I never need to have a black and red rig
This is the
again.
only thing I have right now.
It is
And
very
that's
red.
it. It is very red. It is violently
For those who
red.
can't see, it's her microphone that is red on the which microphone is that? Is
It's
that
the
also an
HyperX
Audio Technica?
Quadcast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the HyperX Quadcast, and it's the one that isn't RGB. It's just, yeah, yours is nice and subtle. I
Mine's
used to have a Blue
blue.
Yeti, but it died, and that was kind of my fault. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay, that's all of the aesthetic stuff, all of the visuals, the vibes, the being cozy. I also want to talk about the games themselves because, of course, you and I have played plenty of cozy games. And this is part of what makes it so embarrassing that we haven't done more of this on PC Gamer is we exist here. We do between like I sometimes forget because I know all of us so well what the like
Mhm.
outside perception of like what our interests are might
Yeah.
be, but like between you, me, Aiken, Livingston, like at least us four, like cozy games for
Mhm.
sure. And then everybody else dabbling in them. Like we're definitely here enjoying this stuff and we need to talk about it and admit it more.
We do.
Yeah,
Our
what
as I
go
say,
ahead.
our former staff writer, Rachel, as well.
Yes.
Uh
Rachel
Rachel was
Watts.
like a Rachel loved a good cozy game.
Mhm.
And Rachel was a big pusher of that, like writing about those as well. Man, I should follow in Rachel's footsteps. We should be
Former
we
standard bearer of the Minecraft mantle that I have since adopted. Yes.
yeah, Rachel was a huge fan of them as well. I'm saying this like she's dead. Rachel's not dead. Rachel Rachel just
We're so
Rachel just works
sorry.
for sorry, Rachel. Rachel just works for Rock Paper Shotgun now, I'm pretty sure. And Rachel also has a podcast, so with Rock Paper Shotgun. So
Nice.
shout out. Hi, Rachel.
I didn't
If you're
realize.
listening.
I thought she was still in future. But
No, Rachel is working for RPS now. Yeah, shout out to
dang.
Rachel. I'm derailing this podcast so hard today. I am
It's
so
okay.
sorry, everybody.
Okay, so I think if when I get to write this list that somebody's going to say, Lauren, where's our cozy games list? It's probably
Mhm.
going to be all of the cozy games you should play that aren't Stardew Valley. I'm not going to recommend you Stardew Valley. That is cozy games canon, right?
Yes.
That and like a few other things. Like maybe you would put Minecraft in there. Like I don't think you would really put The Sims in there. There's a lot of overlap
Mm,
in interests, but I don't think The Sims is like a cozy game most of the
cozy. Mm,
some content creators do a lot of decorating, all that stuff that I think has the same aesthetic, but I don't know if Sims,
yes.
I don't think I would recommend it to people either. You know The
No,
Sims, you know Stardew Valley.
I understand. Yeah.
Do you have like a big cozy game recommendation? Or I guess what to you makes a cozy game? Because this is again such a social media grassroots decentralized trend
Hmm.
that and I'm going to insert my book stuff here again too, because cozy fantasy has also kicked off really hot on the book
Mm,
side of TikTok. Um, and one of the things that you'll see is that the definition is like owned by the collective, right? Like nobody has the authority to define it. It's like a total social media phenomenon. So you get things that are out there that maybe you don't think actually fit the label, but for you, what is
yeah.
a cozy game itself?
Oh, that's such a good question. Oh no. I think this is gonna sound ridiculous because I keep coming back to like not just the game itself, but your own environment. I think for me, a cozy game is one of those games where it doesn't feel complete unless you are like in the right environment, unless you have like done that little ritual of getting like a nice little hot drink. You're like settling down, you've got pajamas on, you're feeling like really good about yourself. And I think it's one of those games that I think when it's like raining outside, you're like, oh, it'll be the perfect time to play like this or
Mhm.
this, right? I really love feeling just kind of like swaddled, like kind of like or like warm inside, right? And I think that can mean something a little different for everybody. Um, like I saw someone recommending Fall Guys as a cozy game on TikTok, and I was like, that is not what I would consider cozy. Like
The amount
it's
of
cute,
rage I feel while playing Fall Guys is
right?
not cozy for me.
No, that's what I mean. Like for me, it's a lot about how the game makes you feel when you're playing it and how you feel in the environment that you're playing it in as well. So like for me, Fall Guys would not be a cozy game. It's a cute game, sure.
It's a
Like
cute game.
it's very, very cute. Is it cozy? I would say hell no. So I think for me, a lot of it is like the vibes. It's the vibes. It's the feelings. How about
Yeah.
you?
I think there's a big visual component to the games themselves. People love pixel art style. People love
Hmm.
painterly. People love pastels. Like all of those, I think a certain visual style will lead people to slap cozy on a thing, whether or not it is. Because, like you, sometimes I run into recommendations and I'm like, I disagree. Like I saw someone saw someone recommending Moonlighter on as a cozy game, and Moonlighter is a like it comes from the Binding of Isaac canon of roguelite games. It just happens
Um,
to also have a shopkeeping component to it, but rest
right.
assured you're doing like roguelike dungeon crawling combat every single night in Moonlighter. I'm not sure I find it cozy.
Yeah,
And but like by the same measure, Stardew Valley has combat in it, you know?
you can
And
mostly avoid it, I
you
guess.
you really can. You really do not have to do the combat or the mines, delving into the mines of
You're just kind of
Stardew,
limited
but
in what you can craft, right? But I feel like
well,
that's like
yeah, you just have to like take other means to get certain things.
yeah. It's like I don't know, like because in my head then it was like, oh, that's like saying Hollow Knight is a cozy game. But is Hollow Knight a cozy game?
No.
It's got the cozy
The
look,
visual. Yeah.
but does it have the cozy feel?
Yeah, there's definitely a big visual component. I think
Mhm.
also I really like there to be a creative aspect. And
Mm,
again, there's no definition. Genres have always failed us. You can't always come up with a genre definition or name that fits everything. It will always
true.
be imperfect. But I feel like there's definitely a creative aspect to I want to be able to either decorate, design, define my space, like exert my like creative control over something, and in like Stardew Valley that's designing your farm, like how you lay it out, what you decorate it with. Like you have things like Animal Crossing on the Switch, we have
Mm.
Dreamlight Valley on PC where you're also doing similar stuff. But then there's plenty of cozy games, I think, where you're not necessarily doing that, but like that, like tend and befriend, I think is what some people refer to it as, like
Oh,
activities of like Animal
yeah.
Crossing e type stuff. Yeah.
That's really interesting, actually, because we've got some recommendations that we're gonna
Yeah.
offer up in a little bit, and neither of my recommendations fit your definition,
Yeah.
which is super interesting. Yeah, like
Yeah,
two
you
games that
cannot
I
define this, right?
no, it's kind of
It's
weird.
the
Like I guess one of
beauty of
them
it.
that is kind of one of the really nice things about it is I think it is the looks, it's the looks and it's the vibes, right? Like I think there's definitely and it means something different to everyone, which
Oh
is
wait, hold on, because we do this half the time. Molly, is cookie it
it's
is
cookie.
is is cooking cozy?
Oh, oh no, you
A lot
can't do
of times.
this. I think I think it depends. I think if the game is solely about cooking, I'm thinking like Cooking Mama, stressful. I have played this series that I love called Cook Serve Delicious. I love that series. It is the most stressful game I have ever played in my goddamn life. It's like it's it's a typing game slash cooking hybrid. It's very intense. But I think when cooking is like a sub mechanic, like think Breath of the Wild on the Switch and the
That's
cooking
cozy.
mechanic, yeah, in Disney
Uh-huh.
Dreamlight Valley. I think when it's like a sub mechanic where you can experiment a little bit with the ingredients, great. When it's the entire purpose of the game, no, it is so stressful.
Cooking sims, not cozy. Those are
Yes.
stressful.
Do you agree?
They're for the most part, except that there are a few, and I'm not going to be able to name them off the top of my head, so I apologize. But there are a few interesting indie games that have almost certainly been featured. I've probably seen them in the Wholesome Direct live streams that they do
Mhm.
that involve cooking. There was one that had to do with hot pot, I think.
Do you know what? As you were saying that, I was thinking about it. It was on Itch. I think I wrote about this. Is it
Oh
about
no, what is its name?
yeah, oh my goodness.
We can't fail this poor game if we're gonna
Should I look it up real
talk
quick?
about how cozy it is.
If I just put soup, no. I feel like
Cozy
that did
soup
not.
game.
What if I put soup
Up
and
your
then I
Google
put
game,
it?
Molly.
No. Oh my god, I cannot remember what this. If I just put pot itch, I cannot remember what this game is called. It was on itch, and it was really it was really sweet. It was really wholesome. It was about like cooking with like your grandma or something. Um. Oh, I don't know how you pronounce this. I'm so sorry because I think it's like I don't know how you pronounce this. Oh no, it's not this one. It's not this one. It's a totally different one.
Oh no,
I think
there's
I
more
found it.
than
I've
one.
got it. This cozy cooking game. I even called it a cozy cooking game. I have
You wrote about it?
yeah, nearly 2 years ago. So past me has just completely dismantled my argument.
Oh no.
Because I called it a cozy cooking game about staying connected with family in the pandemic. It's called Nine Eyes Recipe, this one that I was looking at. And there's like no preset chopping directions, no steps that require a high level of technicality. Um, yeah, and this was like very ingrained in like Asian cuisine, if I remember correctly.
Mm.
Yeah, it was Chinese cuisine according to my article, and that was really cute, and I really really liked that game. So past me, past me has just completely destroyed present me's argument. So I take it
Another
back.
subgenre. You asked if cozy horror is a thing. And I can definitively tell you, yes. Yes, it is.
What
Yes, it is, Molly. Cozy horror is real. And
is it?
also, this is also a thing that exists in the book space. There are cozy horror books that people recommend to each other. Molly, is Dredge not cozy horror?
No.
No, it's not
I
cozy.
mean, it's cozy until the horror things happen. It's not cozy when there's a giant like silhouette ship fucking making a beeline for my own and gigantic tentacles coming out of the water to like decimate me. That is not cozy.
Okay, okay.
The daytime fishing is cozy, but when I'm like panicking and there are like weird deformed fish in my boat, no.
Is Oxenfree cozy?
See,
I
I
haven't
haven't
played
played
Oxenfree.
Oxenfree. No,
Darn
I haven't
it.
played it. It's
I've always
been
wanted to.
it's on my PlayStation, if I remember correctly. I feel like I own the game and I just haven't played it. I don't know. Cozy and horror to me are just two words that do not go together.
I promise you it's real, and I didn't come prepared with recommendations. I apologize to everyone. I have failed you, but it is for sure real.
That's wild. That is genuinely wild to me because like when I think horror, I think scary, not oh let me get in my hoodie and
Sometimes
get my little
it's
cute.
creepy. You know, okay, hold on. This is not a game that is out yet, but I'm going to hypothesize here a game that I have written about.
Is it begin with
Reika.
an H? Oh, was this one?
Oh, what one were you thinking?
I was thinking Haunted Chocolatier, but just because it's got H in it.
Oh, well, I the next game that Stardew Valley's creator is working on, Haunted Chocolatier, yeah, is about creating chocolate in a haunted mansion, and that may wind up being like cozy horror vibes, kind of. But no, Reka, it's like a Baba Yaga involved game about it's the one that popped off where I said finally a game that will let me be a creepy witch in the woods.
Yes,
Do you remember the visuals on that thing? It
I
had like
do.
this like dark pastel, like low poly kind of thing, and you have your Baba Yaga hut, your house that's on chicken legs, and you just like go around exorcising ghosts for people in town. And I think it's from when I talked to those developers, I think it's like a very like low key, low stress, like not a lot of combat or anything, but
Mhm.
like involves decor. But I would say creepy horror. Maybe cozy horror is like sort of a misnomer, as all genre names are. Maybe cozy creepy,
Yeah, like kind
doesn't
of
have jump scares, but
like
it's creepy.
mischievous. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like kind of creepy, kind of mischievous. Yeah, because I think like if you tried, you know, sticking some Animal Crossing villagers in like Outlast, that does like like you're just walking down like I haven't played Outlast, I don't fucking know. You like go down a corridor and you're like and it's like I feel like that would just
Congratulations, that YouTube video exists now. It probably did before, but it definitely does now that you've said that.
I just couldn't imagine that being like, oh, you know.
That's like a meme level YouTube horror stuff. Oh my god. The little voice.
I just could not imagine that. Maybe I'm
Instead
wrong.
of
Maybe I
hey
need to be.
buddy, you just hear coming after you down the hallway ready to axe you.
I don't know. I don't know.
That
I
would
guess
not
some
be
people
cozy horror. I would call that
no.
some other kind of horror.
Maybe some people consider
Existential
like
horror.
yeah, just terrifying like paralysis demon levels of terrifying. I wonder if some people consider like Five Nights at Freddy's to be like cozy horror at this
No.
point. I
No.
think it's like some people's like comfort game, right? I
I
don't
can
know.
understand that. I know some people grew up on Five Nights at Freddy's, but that's still like meme stuff to me.
It's true.
Five
I've
Nights
never
at
played
Freddy's
it.
is
I was in the FNAF generation. Like
yeah,
I was there, like
a FNAF
in that
kid.
in that kind of age bracket, yeah, when FNAF was like popping off, but I never played it, so I don't know. Maybe put some like blush on Slenderman and that will not really.
We're just requesting games to exist now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe I need some recommendations that will like change my opinion on
Drop your
cozy
cozy
horror.
horror Rex. I have failed Molly, but
Yes,
the community can step up for me.
it's
Please,
here.
thank you. I
Yes.
need you. On that note, what is your cozy game recommendation?
Yeah, so I brought two I had to think really hard about this because I didn't want to like drop the obvious, like the super obvious ones, I guess. Like unpacking, I feel like is a very obvious
Oh, that shows
cozy
up in people's
game.
lists. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of like the first like 3 to 5 games people recommend when they're looking
Hmm.
for cozy stuff. I love unpacking, but I was like, I want to recommend something not as obvious. My first one is this game called Melatonin.
Oh, yeah.
I loved this game. It's like a dreamier version of like Rhythm Heaven. Like I find Rhythm Heaven quite stressful. I don't know how to explain Rhythm Heaven as a game for people who've not played it before. It's like a rhythm game, but you're given like very little like direction, I guess,
Hmm.
on what you're supposed to do. It's all visual, right? So you might have like it's kind of like WarioWare mixed with a rhythm game. So you'll have like 5 seconds where it might be you're the fourth person in a row of 3 people clapping, and you have to like clap in beat with everyone else. It's very like it's very confusing trying to explain what the game is. I'm really bad at explaining, but it's like a much dreamier version of that, I guess. Like there's a level where you like swipe people's like credit card, for example. You like swipe a credit card, but you have to do that sort of you
On
have
the
to like
beat.
take these visual clues and do it to the beat of these visual clues.
Hmm.
And I
And
love rhythm games, right?
the music itself is like very lo-fi, chill
Yeah.
type stuff, right?
It's like super lo-fi. It's all like pastel visuals. It's like purple, pinks,
Hmm.
blues, yellows, all those like really gorgeous muted pastels that we were talking about being sort of synonymous with the cozy game vibe. The music is like really nice and lo-fi. The visuals are really pretty. The drawings are really pretty. And yeah, like the name kind of implies, I guess, it is sort of more in the dreamy, sleepier side of things. So that's my first one. I love that one, especially if you like rhythm games. And then my second one is this really great little indie game called Alba a Wildlife Adventure. I think it's called. Yeah, Alba a Wildlife Adventure. From this lovely company called Us Two Games. Um, and it's about a little girl called Alba who's trying to save this Mediterranean island from like a hotel being built on a nature reserve. But it's really cute. You like go around and you pick up like trash and you save birds from like being caught in the little like beer can like plastic rings, and you take photos of like wildlife, and it's very cute and wholesome uh and cozy and lovely, and I really like it, and it's nice and short as well, which I think is another thing that I like with these cozy games is normally they're either quite short or they're very like pick up and playable, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
you don't have to invest a ton of time at once.
yeah, like you can like pick it up, play it for 10 minutes, and be like, okay, I'm done. Um, and Alba was a really. I went back and replayed it recently, actually, because the the one of the main people that worked on it is like super into bird watching. Um, so they like the team actually went out and did a ton of bird watching when they were developing the game. And it's all like it's very heavily researched, and you can really tell it's very cute. It's very cute. I like it. What about you?
Yeah, mine is I tried to also be a little bit deep cut, although this is one that I have championed and recommended before. It's the folks who make the Shelter games, by the way, play the Shelter games. Those are absolutely cozy games, and I don't know if they're on many people's radar because Shelter was kind of like an indie darling in 2013 or something like
Mhm.
that. I don't remember what the year was, but that's been 10 years now. So not
Mhm.
everybody maybe. I'm thinking about the fact that I was in college when this came out. I remember being in a game dev program, like as Shelter was like one of the aspirations. Anyway, it's about being those are about being like in a little animal mom. It starts with a badger shelter one, and you're like herding your little baby badgers, and it's like not always cute. There's like some danger. The badgers are in danger, but they're
Aw.
very cute games. Anyway, the folks who made the shelter games went on to make Book of Travels, which
Mhm.
is what they call a tiny MO, a tiny like, MMO, but it's tiny. There's like 7 people to a server, and it has the visuals, it has the aesthetic that people like. It's this beautiful, painterly, false 3D kind of visual. It's very neat. And it's this very not handholdy, weird RPG. It's still in early access, but it's a world where you do magic by tying special knots and by brewing teas. It's
Oh.
just like that is cozy distilled. I am begging you, cozy gamers, give Book of Travels a try. I just have been watching this game for so long and wanting good things for it, and it had a really rough start when it did not
Mhm.
in early access sell as they expected. They like had to lay a bunch of their team off, and they
Yeah, I
announced
remember.
that on the same day that I was recommending it as my personal pick for the year. Those happened like hours apart, me posting that
Mhm.
and them announcing
Yeah,
they
I
had to leave,
remember.
which was such a bummer. Um, but the game remains really neat. There's a lot of things they're still working on, but you can play it in early access. There's like an official Discord server where you can meet up with other players, and there's no like text chat in this game. It's all little emojis over your head. So you just meet up with people. You press your little button to make your character go, "Hey," and
Aw.
you do a little heart, and like you try and you like point, use a pointing arrow to be like, "Do you want to go like explore with me?" And then there's no formalized party system either. You literally just walk away together, and you have a buff for being near each other. There's no like
Oh.
invite system. It's so low key cool. I love it. You like fish to earn money a lot of the times, and you buy skills that let you do things like set off fireworks over your head. I love it so much. So that's my cozy game rec that I know not a lot of people are making, and they should be. It's gonna go on this hypothetical list that I'm definitely gonna have to write, or else I'm gonna get in trouble with like 5 different people.
Yeah, you've really been championing this game since you
I
first wrote about it, haven't you?
I have. I've been doing my best because it goes into my complaint with MMOs that I talked about earlier in the year with you, that I just want new, different, weirder, smaller
Mhm.
MMOs. Like I just want other stuff. Much as I am always enticed by Final Fantasy 14 and I would love to get into it. I
Come
know.
on.
I
Like
know.
2 podcasts since we brought
I
this up, and it wasn't
I
me this
know.
time.
I do have a character in Final Fantasy, but I just want some like things that are different, some stuff that
Mhm.
isn't in the MMORPG like standard family tree, I
Yeah.
guess.
Your
So,
WoWs, your Final Fantasies, your Guild Wars. Well,
mhm.
well.
Well,
Well,
yeah. So
Guild Wars is okay.
that's why I've gone so hard for Book of Travels is I want stranger things like that to exist
Mhm.
more. So,
Yeah,
that's my
and
big wreck.
I'm sure we'll be talking about this soon as well, but Palia is another one that I think will
Yes.
become like it's gunning to be like a cozy MMO type game. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about that one. I'm sure we'll talk about that more soon anyway.
Oh, we will. I kind of keep an eye on their Discord, and I don't, just sort of waiting to hear more, waiting to see what we can get involved with. Of yeah, it's
Mhm.
very Stardew but online kind of is what it looks like. So,
Yeah. Looks
and
cool.
Dreamlight Valley is supposed to have multiplayer later this year.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like a Kickstarter and I think they just missed the goal of like an evolved version of multiplayer. I
For
think
Disney
right now.
Dreamlight Valley, they really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Am I imagining things? I have like the itchiest nose. I'm so sorry. I think it looks like I'm like picking my nose, but I just have like the itchiest. I just have the itchiest nose. I'm sorry if you're like listening and not watching.
What is she on about?
Did I imagine things? Maybe I think I did imagine things.
I would be
Okay, I
shocked if there
am
was a Kickstarter for Disney Dreamlight Valley.
yeah,
That
I'm
one's done
talking
by
out my
Gameloft.
I'm talking out my goddamn ass here. But yeah, no, there is supposed to be some form of
Multiplayer.
multiplayer soon, I think,
Yeah,
right?
we don't know much about it yet, or we don't know anything about it, but just another cozy multiplayer type thing.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But that'll be a really nice one because, I mean, I love it single player anyway, and it won our best early access
yes,
award
last
last
year.
year, if I remember, because it is a very fun game, and that will be a really nice cozy one to do with friends as well, because
Hmm.
it is the best Animal Crossing like on PC. So,
Yeah,
and Animal Crossing is very cozy. So by extension, Dreamlight Valley is
definitely
also cozy.
cozy. There are some other really good cozy Animal Crossing like games. None of them have had like that same like gripping
Yeah.
getcha quality. Like, what's the one with the bears, with the big square bears? All the animals are giant cubes. What's that one called? Is that Cozy Grove? Gosh, I'm just like outing myself as like not being able to remember names
I
of
know
things.
there's Bear and Breakfast, right?
No,
Was
not
that
Bear and
one?
Breakfast. It is Cozy Grove.
Huh.
Also gets recommended a lot. It's got this like
Yeah.
super adorable art style. It's also sort of in the Animal Crossing vein, but all the animals are these like giant. They're like cube shaped. They're like rectangle shaped. I swear I'm not making this up. And then there's that other one that I've written about, and I'm not gonna be able to recall the name right now. It might also have a demo and be in early access. Oh my gosh, what's its name? The fact that I'm recalling about it right now is there's a fishing mini game and I don't hate it. It involves like sound. And also early on in the game, it wants you to go find part of these missing scissors and it refers to them as secateurs. And I had to look up the word secateurs, which seems just so I when I heard it, I was like, that reminds me of um oh my gosh, Beatrix Potter.
Oh
Um
yeah.
You know Beatrix Potter videos? Do
Yeah.
you have those VHS tapes of like the painterly, um, like the rabbit, Peter Rabbit?
Yes.
Anyway, it has those vibes. Also very cozy. What is the name of that game? I'm gonna feel so bad. Hold
We're
on.
storing
You.
so many games in our noggin.
I know. Well, anyway, hopefully I'll come up with that while you're talking about something else. But yeah, that's our low key, very cozy chat
Yes.
about cozy
Hopefully.
games.
Hell yeah. Oh, we should have got like blankets and like pillows and stuff like
I
that. We should have done this like full comfort. We should have encapsulated what it meant to be a cozy
I
gamer.
I will have you know I dressed for the occasion. This is like the coziest, like
Oh,
funkiest little shirt that I own. It's
yeah.
like partly see-through and floral.
To be fair, I did tell you before we started filming this podcast that I am wearing pajama bottoms right now. So
You are cozy.
I'll just expose myself. Yeah, I am incredibly cozy. I'm living my best life. I've got cozy socks on. I got pajama bottoms on. It is a Friday afternoon.
It is a Friday. Yeah.
I just want to be cozy.
Sorry, peek behind the curtain. This is being filmed on a Friday.
Yeah. I hate to break it to you all listening to this on a Thursday. Time's not real. It's a construct. It could
I
be Thursday
definitely
in your hearts.
I'm thinking how I definitely we didn't really get to talking about this, but just like a brief mention of the way that social media operates and TikTok, because that's where this trend was birthed of
Yes.
like cozy games, is so obsessed with recommending things to people. And of course, even we're doing that right now. But like
Mm,
that's a very TikTok vibe, right? Of like you have
yes.
to be like churning content constantly. And there's like five kinds of content that people do. And one of them is just coming up with new lists, like new ways to
Hmm.
subcategorize or do this. Like five of the best cozy games coming out this month. 10 cozy games that I played last year. Like it's all very recommendations based.
Yes.
And I do get served a lot of that, I will say, on TikTok. And I am hoping to
Me
get like a
too.
little more on the aesthetic side of
Yeah, I want to see more of the actual, like I said, like the ritualistic setup before
mhm,
you sit your butt down and play those games. I want to see more of what comes before that, right?
the
The
making of the
making
little
of the
coffee
tea.
drink.
Yes,
Yes.
the making of the hot drink. I like how that's what we both went to. The making of the drink,
You
like
know.
lighting the candles. That's what I want. I do get quite a lot of those recommendations as well. I think because it's I won't say it's easy. Like curating recommendations
Oh no, we
is,
know it's
is
not.
yeah, as we
I do
both
not want to
know.
belittle that effort at all.
Yeah, no, as we both know, curating recommendations in a genre is a very difficult task. But I feel like depending on how you're offering up that information, it can be very low stakes to just be like, yeah, play these games. And like if people hate them, that's not on me. It's not on me, that's on you. That's your taste in games. That's got nothing to do with my personal recommendations. I feel like that's why there's a lot of that. Because if you have the recommendations to hand, which is, the hard work, once you offer up those recommendations, it's up to people what they want to do with it, right? Are
Oh my
you
God, I
still
found it.
hunting?
I found it. It's called The Garden Path.
Oh, the garden path. Yes, yes, yes,
I
yes.
just
I know.
know in this moment when we're talking about so many things that happen to be indie games, I'm like, we cannot fail any of them. If we're going to mention them, we have to give out their dang names so people can find
Yes.
them. I do not want to fail you, indie games. Yeah, The Garden Path has this very what's it called? Pointillism type
Mm.
style? Is that, I don't remember my elementary school art classes, but it's all just like little dots, right? Is that called
Mhm.
pointillism? Anyway, that's what it looks like. And just another very cozy Animal Crossing esque, getting to know little creatures, doing little tasks for them, planting stuff, and a fishing mini game that I don't totally hate, which is rare for me.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Amazing.
Anyway, I've now looked at the clock again, and I'm like, we weren't talking for too long, but suddenly now we've been talking for so long about cozy games. So.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. But not sorry. You
Not sorry
listened.
at all.
Yeah, you listened for this long. This is on you. This is not on us.
This is on you. So I guess keep an eye out in the future for more cozy gaming content on
Yeah.
PCDgamer.com. I have made Molly and I morally responsible for
For
having more,
bringing these. Yes.
bringing the news, the recs, all that stuff about cozy games. We've been doing it for fun. We forgot that we should be including you all in our exploration of cozy games. How
Yeah.
dare we? How dare we enjoy things for fun away from work and forget to bring them to work? A sin. Absolute sin.
Disgusting. Disgusting behavior from both of us.
Cool. So there'll be more of that in the future. Look forward to
Yeah,
cozy games.
hopefully.
And if there are things that we forgot to name, I think we forgot to name stuff. Come up with those cozy horror recommendations. Give them to
Oh,
Molly.
please. Prove
Annoy
me
her with
wrong. Prove me
them.
wrong like Mollie of
Prove-
May 26th, 2021. Proved me wrong.
So thanks for talking with us about thanks for talking with me. Nobody else is here. It's just you and me. Thanks for talking with
Oh,
me
I thought
about
you were
cozy games,
thanking.
Molly.
Yeah, I thought you were thanking the listeners.
I
I just
was,
yeah, I just assumed they
but I
talked
didn't
to
want to
us.
lie to them either. So I know
No,
you're
they
not
could
here right
be
now.
sat there talking back to us. So what's your favorite cozy game, listener?
This is now the type of
Mine
channel this
too.
becomes. Full Blues Clues style.
Yeah. Blue's Clues, Dora the Explorer.
Okay, we need to get out of here. Let me end this
Yes.
podcast, Molly. Uh,
Yes.
or you
Close
can
it
end it.
out.
Thanks for talking about cozy games with me, Molly. I'm so glad this is a healing experience. I would like to have more cozy games in my life.
I feel very cozy now. I feel very relaxed.
Yes, catch us on PCGamer.com, I guess.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.